It's me, Day 9. You might be thinking, is Day 9 going to do well in this draft? I haven't seen him upload a bad draft yet. That's because I'm not uploading the draft before this one, where we went 1-3. GG. Alright. So, I think one of the things that I observed in the draft where I got mauled by bears is that I'm understanding better the frequency with which you need to plop down some strong defensive cards. Archangel of Wrath is incredible. A 3/4 flying lifelinker already is good. It can heal you as you're dealing in damage, but the fact that you can kick it for a small amount and deal more damages is great. Is excellent. And honestly, I'm not just going to think that much about the rest of this. This card's good. I think Yavimaya Steel Crusher is actually quite good. Dory d'Avenon is really good. Gin of the Fountain's really good. Scribe Tablet, I always want to be really good, but it's not. You know, we were just spending some time talking about the pains of breakups. Both for the break-upped, but also for the break-upper. All of that is just, it is just painful, man. It is just painful stuff. Hope any of you went through any difficult, challenging breakups that holding on okay. Hope all you are doing good. Look, I'm going to run Archangel of Wrath. You couldn't pay me $1 million not to do it. You couldn't even give me a tier 3 sub not to do it. Strength of the Coalition is alright. I really want to be in black and white for the Archangel of Wrath, so I'm not willing yet to dip into these other colors. Dude, Urg, Spawn of Turg, sucks dergs. Shivan Reef is actually acceptable. This is actually acceptable. It's a good way to... One of my least favorite things about the interface is sometimes you click to, like, observe. I click just to mark so I can hover. But I was also interested in the Keldon Strike team. I quite like that card. Gemini says, I'm giving you a tier 3 sub to run it. Don't listen to the haters. Thanks, Jen Minade. Thank you, Jen. All right. There's another Keldon Strike team. Here's the insane Yoda's Codex. I think Zaro Janin is also very excellent. I think Vidalian Hexcatcher is more of a constructed, cheery card. Draw a card once a turn. I mean, this I'm actually going to pick up, and I'm going to think of my deck as value and delay. I just think that this card is so good, especially if you can get a bunch of these duels in, which I'm hungry to do. Are there any other really good cards here? Again, I really like the Keldon Strike team, but I think that Jodas Codex is just better. Okie dokie. What do we think about this? The duels don't appeal to me. Stall for time. Tap. Potentially stun, but tap and redraw is nice. Monstrous War Leech. I mean, if I can get a couple of those shrinkers, you know, the Talarian Terror that's like 7 and it shrinks. I mean, you can get like a 7/7 out of Monstrous War Leech. This is a good example of where I am a wee bit weak. I might just pick up Shield Wall Sentinel. I mean, this is a ridiculous statement, but I think I'm going to do this, because if I can get 2 of these early, it's nice to be able to just connect them together. I'm not willing to go 5 color quite yet. Join forces. Untap 2 creatures. They each get +2/+2. I think it's just a A+ combat trick. Tillarian Geyser. It's alright. The Defender deck is really fun. You're really fun, Genminade. Alright. Salvaged Mana Worker. Is that actually the Meteor from Meteorite? Let's see. I've not actually played with that much green stuff. Sunbathing Root Wallace seems actually alright for a 2-drop. Dragon Whelp. Dragon... Well... Hey, Shield Wall Sentinel. But Dragon Whelp is in my colors and aligns well with an overall plan of delay the game, man. Delay the game! By the way, these are the shrinkers that I'm talking about. I cost 1 less for each creature! Maybe I actually do want Writhing Necromass. I think Dragon Whelp is just terrific, though. Bone Splinters. Bone Splinters is actually good if I can get some of these other one. Warhost Frenzy. Ooh, I'm getting this one, man. I'm going to get Warhost Frenzy. This is the card that makes me want to run Mardu. I love Warhost Frenzy. So we're looking for, frankly, a lot of Keldon Strike teams. We're looking for a lot of 1/1 generators. Oh, as if by chance an Argivian Cavalier arrives. I did not understand the degree to which this card owns. This card is so good, man. I think Enlist is just a exceptionally good mechanic. Oh my god, yes. Give them to me. Let me make 1/1s. Keldon Strike Team. Just what the doctor ordered. One more Keldon Strike Team would be great. I mean, obviously we need 2 drops. I don't know if we're going to run Shield Wall Sentinel, but there it is. But the Griffin Protector, day 9? Alright, this is the game. I do like me a Keldon Strike Team. So, Captain's Call is a good example of a card that I really like as the sort of stall, defend, right? We're just getting 1/1s. You can chump, things like that. And then you just turn it on with Warhost's Frenzy. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to run any of these. I'm going to pick up the Fire NATO because I'm really kind of low on removal. I mean, I guess I'll get Thrill of Possibility, but I'm probably not going to run it. Woo, look at you coming all the way back around. Prayer of Binding, I think, is just literally it. I think Prayer of Binding is just literally it. This exiles a non-land permanent. Until Prayer of Binding leaves the battlefield, you heal a little bit. Good in my slow stuff. I would really like Knight of Dusk's Shadow. I also want to make sure that I can cast black, because Archangel of Wrath needs it. It just needs it. Also, Warhost Frenzy. Just needs it. Ugh. Jesus. I want every single card here. I just want all 3 of these. I want that. I want this. This is what she wrote. This is what the doctor ordered, though. I'm desperate for 2 mana cards that are easy to cast, that have good long-term value. I don't know if we're going to run this. I'm going to go ahead and tuck the Shield Wall Sentinel away. Is there anything that we're probably not going to run here? I mean, maybe actually Jaya's Fire NATO. I'd prefer creature buffing cards like Joint Forces to removal. Although Prayer Binding is super thick. Nice. We're going to get the Sacred Peaks here. We're going to get the Sacred Peaks. I mean, I think you know I like this, but we're going to get the Sacred Peaks. It's a Gibbering Barricade. And we have a Shield Wall Sentinel. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up. We can also just run Sheevan Reef and run the Gitu Amplifier, and every once in a while send him back. But I don't really like this in the list. I mean, Love Song of Night and Day, I think is it. Love Song of Night and Day, I think is it. Heroic Charge, yeah, that's really good, but it's common, and I think that I just want the creature generator and the power of the defense here. Yeah, I like Phyrexian Warhorse more, but I mean, we just need 2 drops, right? Splatter Goblin it is. I mean, I just want to have some nice, tiny creatures. Hey, Vigilance Enlist? Oh, yeah. Don't have any manas. Yeah, no, this is great. Oh, yes. Banalish Sleeper. I mean, this is perfect for us. We have so many 1/1s. I mean, this is just an incredible pickup. It's a 2-drop. I mean, it's just doing everything for us. We do need some duels. Lord Baelish. Lord Banalish. What up, Sham 2? Hey, how'd the StarCraft tournament go? Oh, dude, Ed. That dancing animation is so thick. Yeah, I'm gonna get the horse. I'm gonna get the horse of the day. Come on in. Bang! We are in desperate need of duels and twos. Duels and twos. And probably one more finisher. Beyond Warhost Frenzy. Yeah, I'm gonna run all of these. Yeah. Oh, geothermal bog, way better than this. Give me that bog. Bog o'clock. Bogog. Sham2 says, well, it was wild to have like 16 NA players there as 4K for Marine Mammal Center. Man, that's wonderful to hear. Does this ever get that small? Combat tracks seem good. I'll get the librarian in here. All right, well we got She-Old Reds Restoration. I'm kind of leaning towards not getting it. I think I'm just gonna get Electrostatic Infantry. We have some enchantments. Yeah, I don't know. Like this. Turn a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield and lose life. Like, we don't actually have a lot of, like, super high-value big stuff. This pack is terrible for us. I mean, I don't know. I think I have to take this, but I, like, don't want to. Astro Bear Blades. And look at top 7. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle. Put it in your hand. Put the rest at the bottom. Alright, so this is not that good, but Phyrexian Missionary is really good. So we're going to grab that one. I might not even run the Splatter Goblin. I'd prefer to be 2 colors that is splashing black. For, you know, a couple of juicy gooseys. I mean, this is great. Do we actually get Bone Splinters? So this is Garna. We want another Garna, because Garna is the same as the Warhost Frenzy. We can actually probably get rid of this one. I think Garna is good enough, and I think this will wheel or this will wheel, so I'm feeling content. I don't think we need this one. I don't think I need this one. And I'm also going to dunk these to the side. I'm just making a mental note of it. I'm looking for 2s. No good 1-drops. 1-drops are just weird in drafts. You know, I almost feel like 1-drop cards are kind of... This is actually good for us. This is actually good for us because we actually have a lot of creatures. I feel like 1-drops, this is a weird way to say it, but it feels like they're combo cards because they are such little resources to just cast something that it's impossible for them to be really, really good on their own. Otherwise, they just kind of go out of control. So a lot of the time, they feel like they build strongly with something else, but are not good by themselves. And that's the kind of design framework for them. What does this one do? No. Yeah, we're going to get the Heroic Charge. This is what we really want. I think I might just chuck this for now. I also like Take Up the Shield. Twinferno. No. Lagomo's Hand of Hatred is just it, man. This card rules. Yeah, I mean, we actually have a lot of 3-drops, so I'm kind of worried about it. Anything for 2? I'm gonna do Take Up the Shield, man. I think that we actually have... Sick. Wait, there's a lightning strike. What is this doing here? I just assumed that I would never see a lightning strike that deep. With a couple of these. Not gonna run any of this. We're actually a little awkward in terms of our list, huh? Glorious Bellow. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the way that 1-drops are built in this draft set and a lot of the other ones that Wizards has done recently is like they will combo and do some cool things with other cards, but they don't generally do that much by themselves. So let me actually just go ahead and just start overly cutting. I think I really do want that. Dude, with all the Kelvin Strike teams, I might actually cut this. I just have, like, so many 4-drop cards. I think the Argivian Phalanx we don't need at all. I mean, this is just a lot. Yeah, this one feels weird to me. We're actually like, we have 11 creatures? What the fuck? So this is technically 12. 13. I'm getting rid of this one. Makes our mana easier as well. I actually really do want to put in this one, and I want to put in this one. Showtime Towers says, one of the things I'm really bad at is thinning out decks, knowing what to cut. Yeah, I'm going to recommend doing the overcutting technique. So, for instance, when I look at this, this doesn't get me excited, right? Banalish Sleeper, clearly really good. It's a 3/1. I have a lot of ways to make 1/1s, so I'm definitely going to keep this. A 2/3 for 2 that can kicker to return something to my hand. Great long-term value. Want to keep this. Take Up the Shield is an example of something where I'd go, well, maybe I don't want too many spells on my creatures. Now, in my head, I know I probably want some, but let me go through the exercise, Showtime Tellers. I would go, all right, I'm going to cut this. Electrostatic Infantry, yeah, I'm going to keep this. This just grows. Lightning Strike is good. I'm going to keep this. This is kind of just like a vanilla creature. Let me cut this. Join Forces is a really good combat trick, so I'm going to keep that. Love Song of Night and Day. This makes a bird token and improves my 1/1s. Great. This, I just want a lot of these because this will let me like get value. Just let me go wide. This benefits a deck that's gone wide. This is just an insane value card. Yeah, so all of these I'm going to keep. Captain's Call. I might cut this, but let's just go through the exercise. Yeah, let me get rid of this. This is removal, and I don't have a lot of removal. Great. This card is insane. Great. Heroic Charge. Amazing for leveraging 1/1s. Dragon Whelp. Like, I don't think that this is really in line with the deck's plan, because we're really about going wide. And Garnet, Bloodfist of Keld benefits that. And then I might go, you know what? Let me actually just get the token. Let me just get this one back in here, because, you know what? I have enough things to benefit. Whoa, game. All right, there you go. So when I overcut, it becomes very easy to start to come up with arguments for what to do next. Because when I do this, I look and I go, 10 creatures? Is that accurate? There's 10. Captain's Call is, okay, that's a creature. That's 11. Love Song of Night and Day, that's 12. Well, obviously, I'm going to need some more creatures. So let's go ahead and put in the reasonable creatures. So notice what I did is I overcut first. And I'm looking at, hey, where are my creatures lacking? I have a lot in the 2 or in the 3-drop slot. I only have 4 in 2 or less. I have technically 5 here. So, you know, let me just put in this guy and this guy for some cheap creatures. Key to Amplifier, maybe. Hell, I might actually not even run the Dragon Whelp in this list. I do think flyers are good. So, I don't know. I'll do like this. Squalor Goblin. Do I really want a 2-drop that's that early? I don't know. Let me add in this. So then what I'll do is I'll look and I'll go 14 plus 2 is 16. That actually feels better. All right, cool. Yeah, and then I guess like Take Up the Shield is good. Yeah, there you go. So like by overcutting, it helps clarify things. And I think this is fine. Not incredible, but I think this is fine. So this is hold and go wide. So if I'm splashing for black, I would never splash for a double black. I would splash for a single black, and then 3 black sources is fine. So this is 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 4 red. I have 8 white, 8 red, and 3 black. Looks good. Looks terrific. Hold and go wide. And then what I do at the end is I say, is there anything I'm missing? And it's pretty easy for me to convince myself, nah, I'm not missing nothing. There is an argument to be made, hey, say no to the Dragon Whelp and yes to the Molten Monstrosity. That's something that actually makes sense. I'm going to leave it as is, though. I think that's fine. And so, we're going to say yes, and we're going to open up the predictions. Now, I want to be clear, I am not a super veteran, like, high-level draft player like a Deathseer or a Voxy, or an LSV, or an Ailey. I'm not, like, as good as those players, but in terms of the figuring out what to cut, overcut and add in, and you'll immediately start to just be like, oh, shit, this feels great. Wow. Predictions are up. Salafraz with the 10 gifted subs. Mwah, Salafraz. Mwah. You darling. Thank you for this wonderful Wednesday, my dude. Orange Twins also have been unimpressed with Dragon Whelps and impressed with Molten Monstrosities. You're so right. I actually kind of think I want to just cut the Whelp. I don't have a lot of ways to deal with flyers, but I have some ways of dealing with flyers. Hello, hi. Vanquisher's Axe. Interesting. Does this guy have lifelink or first strike? Great. Alright, today I learned. Well, you could enlist a tapped creature. You cannot enlist a tapped creature. That one James just raided with a party of 133. Hot damn. Thank you warmly, the one James. And welcome to our little corner of the internets. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 bird token with flying for each creature with defender you control. Weird. Alright. I'll do this. We're going to Prayer Binding the Knight of Dawn's Light. Look at this bird. So cute. Prayer Binding, I'm just going to pick off the Knight of Dawn's Light. This bird is, like, a real issue, though. I think this is okay, though. It's going to heal us a little. Endless creatures, just weird vehicles. I think Magic is an incredibly successful game because it does a very, very good job having mechanics that are similar but different in lots of ways. List. So, for instance, the difference between sacrifice versus destroy versus -X versus exile, the fact that these are similar in that you process them as removals. Sure. The fact that they're similar and you process them as removal, I think is very, very healthy for the game. Word of the day is going to be a pain in the ass. Combat research on this bird. Look at this researcher. Fucking look at research bird, man. Hell yeah, get it. What a good bird. Love Song of Night and Day. Hey, Dragon Whelp, kicking into high gear. Alright, so let's go ahead and enlist like this, and do that. Yeah, because there's this idea of logical chunking. Hey, sweetie. Hi. There's this idea of logical chunking, which is like, okay, if all of these are removal, and all of these are sweepers, and all of these are good defensive cards, you can start to make these chunkier, cleaner, nicer descriptions. Yeah, come here. That allow players to tap into the game more easily than if you had 10 completely disparate, unique, and different mechanics. I think we just accept the damage, because I think we're actually getting in more damage on the ground than they are. This is the last turn in which I enlist. Then after this, we're actually just going to start smashing in the face. If you had 10 completely unique mechanics, I think it would actually be hard. The fact that you might have like 5 mechanics that are removal and 5 mechanics that are just it's great. Sure. Hi, sweetie pie. What a cool sweetie. I think that this is right. Oh shit, that's bad. And we win. Easy. You just get there. That's the technique, is just to get there. But hey, the one Jane, thank you very much for the raid. That's really kind of you. I have to know. How was your stream? How's your day? How are you? Ouch, cat. Did it. Isn't that great? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, boy. I'm just going to VIP the one Jane. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. Sheriff, you're the VIPest of all. Hey, my alarm just went off, reminding me to suggest to you that we are having What the Deck at the end of September. On September 26th. Pick up sticks. September 26th, we're going to be doing an episode of What the Deck with our dear man Brian Kibler. And this topic is double or nothing. Give us decks built around words that have double in them, like create a duplicate, double strike, double team, things like this. Make us some of that. Dude, this is just nasty. Or nothing, decks that say no, or colorless, or Whoa! Love to see it. I mean, I cannot believe we have Lagomos coming down on turn 3. I mean, that is revolting. And the fact that I can wait for this to come out and then Banalish Sleeper and sack the thing that I needed to sack anyways as just free removal is incredible. But yeah, if you go to our Discord, discord.gg/day9tv, you can get all the information that you so desire. I actually think I'm going to swing with both. There's probably a flash creature that can kill Lagomos, but, you know. This is certainly do-nothing tribal, Ardan Henry. I have a list! The list doesn't fucking do anything! Just like you. Go, go, Micromancers. Da-na. Oh my goodness, cut down. Damn. So we do this. Do you want to attack? Oh. Kick it. Hey. I think Batsukane is going to cut down Lagomos. I think so. Ow. Fireforius says, Dan, have you seen the latest updates to Astroneer? Trains and mission goals to work towards? I've just jumped back into it and I'm really enjoying it myself. It's like a weird kind of thing. Incredible call. I'm absolutely 1,000 million %, gonna check that out. I was real close to misclicking that. Let me just, message. All right, I need a second. I need a frickin' second. Wait, hold on. Excuse me, sweetheart. Excuse me. 10 years. Years. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have news for you, babies. I have news for you dudes. What happened? Okay, so October 3rd is my wedding anniversary. Attack! October 3rd is my wedding anniversary. And we're going to celebrate 10 cumulative years as a couple on the 3rd of October. But Bridge messaged me and said, actually, technically today is our official 10 years together. The Double Digit Club. Go, go, double digits. Da-da-da-da. Oh, shit, that feels... I mean, it's like, that feels really good. That feels really good, man. Fuck yeah. Bing bong. Which is a good day to scry. Russian ally just gifted 10 subs for 10 years. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, that's some good stuff. Alright, here we go. Dragon. Well. Dortox is lightweight. Yeah, you've been... Well, you're like 30 or some shit. You're like out of control. You're like fucking married. Shout out to my wife, Britt. She's the greatest human. #1 human NA. Fundaball just gifted 10 subs. Yes, 10 subs for 10 years. 10 subs for 10 years. See, now we have to upload this draft to YouTube. This is my 10-year anniversary draft. 10-year anniversary draft. Thorin Twin says, I think that might be a biased opinion. It is biased. And it is fucking awesome. Oh, Talarian Terror. Hate to see it. Keldon Strike Team. Alright, here we go. Alright, you have to attack with this guy, because he has trample and haste, you know. I think this deck needs removal. This is the kind of deck that thrives not necessarily on removal. Oh my old fuck. Yeah, not necessarily on removal. But on things that benefit huge sweepery deep reduce. 1, 2. Oh, we would need to do ward twice on that? Alright. Cast with kicker. Cast with kicker. But it instead works a little better when you have things that leverage lots of creatures, like you have all your creatures plus X effects. It also benefits a lot, therefore, from... Instead of a card like Lightning Bolt, a card like Protect Your Creature. Keep your creature alive. Because the story of this deck is I want build-up. I will peck here and there. The Raven Man. The Raven Man? The Raven Man. Got a lot of good anniversaries coming up. 10-year Day 9 TV. 13-year Day 9 TV. 13 years. 13 years since the first broadcast. October 22nd, 2009. We're gonna hit 13. 13 years. On to year 14. Oh, yeah. Fuck! No, not the birds! No, not the birds! I'm not paying attention. It's the Raven Man. The Raven Man? The Raven Man. Alright, well, that's fucking sick. Let's do that. Should have played the land. Nah, you're fucking wrong. I'm a Magic player. I don't play lands. Don't tell me to play lands. I don't do that. I do not do it. Twisted Hammer says, Moz, does Sean have an FAQ? I just don't want to accidentally bother him with a question he's already answered a million times. Twisted Hammer, I love answering questions. Ask away. Ask away. Feel no shame or concern. It is what I am here for. Oh my god. Happy to take it. CT Guinea says, hey Sean, but an avid watcher ever since the Amnesia Let's Play. Finally grew up, moved out, and got a job, so the first thing I had to do now that I've got money is sub to the man with the manliest screams on the interwebs. Thanks to you for all the content over the years. What a thrill and a delight. Whoops. Who just died? That's fine, I don't care. I win next turn. Very good. Very, very good. Please says if he doesn't like your question, he'll just ignore it completely. I'm a little nicer than that. A little nicer. Twisted Hammer, I want your question. You know what? I want 3 questions from you, Twisted Hammer. And if you don't ask the 3 questions, you're banned from my chat. You better have a great time hanging out and participating. Have fun, or else. Twisted Hammer says, ah! Yeah, it's like pointing a gun to your head. I need you to relax! I need you to unwind! Dude, we have some boxes? I don't think I impressed on it. Yeah, dude, we have like a bunch of boxes there that you can just see the tip tops of. Let me tell you, cats are fucking in love with having all these boxes, man. The cats are like, no fucking way there's more boxes here. This is incredible. Obi90 says, have fun or else is what I was told at church camp. Ah, yes. Yes. All too common, huh? All too common. Keely McGee says, hey Sean, what was the show you talked about people getting lost in a town, but when they leave, they just end up back in the town? Holy shit. That show is pretty good. What was that called? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on it. Wow, what an insane run out this. Oh my gosh. Show. From. It's called From. No wonder you couldn't remember it. Oh my god. What's the name of it? It's From? From what? No, From. It's From. It's got one of my favorite staples, which is some fucking real idiots being like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, I love you, so it's like, cool, it's like not a big deal. You're like evil and you kill people, so I don't know, I mean, may as well just like fucking, you know, get you in here. Man, Garna with Keldon Strike Team is nasty. Nasty. I mean, we don't really have that many complicated plays. Bog Badger is a menace. Broken Wings on the Bird of the Day to draw a card. Hell yeah. Will I block? I will not. I would rather take 3 damage. I'm telling you, Keldon Strike Team is nasty. Starstring says, you mentioned a book or graphic novel a while back about a medic team that helped people that had forgotten they dealt with supernatural creatures. That is so you remember the important bits and then filled in details in the gap between when I brought it up and now. The book that I am in love with is called There Is No Anti-Memetics Division. And it is the story of a division of the SCP Foundation, a clandestine organization that is trying to prevent disaster from hitting humanity. And this division is called the Anti-Memetics Division. And their specialty is fighting against anomalies, monsters and or objects that cannot be remembered. So they're in the midst of an enormous war that no one at the Anti-Memetics Division can remember. See, I got that. I got that shit. Fate90 says, hey, I work at Facebook remotely from Poland. My great manager / lead decided to leave. I feel just that I wasted a lot of time because I worked like 16 hours a day. Any idea how to push the project still? Have you ever felt like this and found a way to get motivation back? I have encountered this quite a lot. Quite a lot. And there's one thing that I want to just note. If you're working for... My general opinion about working really long hours is that it's very easy to get caught up in... I actually really don't like this hand. I don't have a lot of good early drops. This card's kind of useless. Early on, yeah, I'm happy I dunked it. Send back, take up the shield. And I'll just play this on too, it's fine. First of all, I would note, Fate, I'm going to say this not in a you need to feel bad about yourself kind of way. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that whether you work, let's first start by saying 14 hours a day versus 16 hours a day. A lot of the time, a big business just really will not care that much. What the big business's actual goal is something that is so far beyond any individual that I often recommend just kind of like looking at these kind of situations as like, look, it's actually fine, and I think more normal than people want to accept, that sometimes if you are working on a project, you're going to have rough weeks and then calm weeks. I know some people at Ubisoft where... Dude, do I actually want to wait for this? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to play this. Well... I think this is a little bit risky. There's people at Ubisoft that had a 60-hour week, and then their managers made them work 20 hours a week, like 2 weeks later, to make sure it averaged out, right? So sometimes when you're in a crunch where there's an expectation of rest afterwards, I can imagine someone saying, no, you know what, I'm actually completely okay with that. Oh, I'm so glad I fucking waited. I think that's all right. But, I mean, I would say, like, there is also something that I think you should be proud of, which is that you were able to buckle down and work 16 hours a day, which, though some companies will be exploitative and try to, like, drive you to do that sort of thing, you now know that you have the superpower to do that for yourself when you want to. You have the superpower to do that for yourself when you want to. So if you have a personal project or something you want to work on, or you're trying to get a promotion, I think I just take the damage here. This is fine. Never say I'm not the luckiest boy in the world. Never say I'm not the luckiest boy. These two. So the thing is, like, I want to say these kinds of things to encourage you to protect yourself. I want you to encourage you to protect yourself, to take care of yourself, to make sure that you are actually able to take care of your own sanity, because I am someone who, when I first started my business in 2009, by 2012, I was working exclusively like 120-hour weeks because there's infinite work to do. If you're working with a big business, like, there is infinite work. You can always find more time to do more. Always. excuse me, not find more time to do more work. You can always find the opportunity to spend more time on work because there's an infinite amount of it. Okay, bye-bye. This is fine. Keldon, strike team. This guy's a little annoying. But not the most. Guy can now block. So there's infinite work, so I think it's important to just be able to say you want to protect yourself. Now, with all of those things said, protect yourself. It's okay to work long hours in circumstances, things like that. Yeah, it's just giving up. Are these all soldiers? Soldier. With all that said, dude, first, I would make sure you get some rest. Make sure you get some time off. Make sure you get some chill. It's actually very normal when you've been pulling crazy long hours to just feel brain dead. And it's not a sign that you need motivation a huge amount of the time. It's a sign that you were motivated enough to do a huge push and you're just fucking tired. And sometimes, dude, you just get tired. Oh, shit. It's really good. And so, I mean, I would just... I want to note something that is really important for when you've been pushing hard on a project, and there are... We'll just say matters have changed that hurts you a little bit. So, for instance, let's say... Here's something that has happened, and I know teams that have been in this situation. They work for a big company. They're working on a game with a smallish team, and their team... has guaranteed salaries when the project is done, are absolutely in fine shape, and they are burning the midnight oil because their game launches in 2 months and they want it to be as perfect as possible. And I know of a team where this was the case. And what changed? Their game's release date got pushed 4 more months. Exchange here. How do I want to do this? 5 damage? I think I double block and Warhook. No, I'll just single block. Somehow I have forgotten this like 16 times. I will just accept that I've been owned. That's fine. I'll block better next time. I'll do like a triple block and make him go sack, sack, sack. That's a great little combo right there, man. Sure would love another one of these. And here it comes right off the top. Ooh, little close. Close, but no cigar. I think I want to multi-block something. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, like, this team had their release date pushed from 2 months to now to 4 months after that, and their managers were like, dude, if you push it, my team literally needs to take, like, a month off. And they were like, look, just go back to doing a normal week. And then, like, when the next normal week started, the whole team was so fucking exhausted, they got nothing done. It was a terrible week, and then the management was like, what are we doing? Just fucking take a week or two off. You guys have been going crazy. Like, it is okay to put in a bunch of effort and then to just be tired. And if it is a big company, I promise you it doesn't fucking matter, and that's management's responsibility to sort things out. Crunch, into crunch, into crunch. Shit's crazy, man. It's a menace. So I think I actually need to go really huge here. Lest we be screwed. This guy can only get pumped twice. So we'll do like this. Do I want a third one to die? Or is drawing 2 okay? I think this is okay. Alright, after this game, Twisted Hammer, you've been putting questions up. I want you to repaste question number 1. Question number 1. Because I see you, because I looked over and you're like, question number 3, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm behind. You let it die. Draw, draw, draw. Oh my god. He's let it die. He's let it die. If I can get another Phyrexian Missionary. Okay. Alright, this is... it's not quite it. It's not quite it. Alright, alright. But, you know, I think that some of the most painful things that have ever happened to me in my life best card from you right now? I actually think it is. I dare say it frickin' is. I'm just playing this, man. Gomos. 5 more creatures die this turn. It's so good. So good. Because I think some of the most painful things that have ever happened to me are when I spent like several 100-hour weeks working on something and it just went totally busto. And it's sort of, you know, your work is just set on fire. And you're just like, oh, well, what's the point? And I think that those have been some of the most emotionally educational times of my entire life. Despite the fact that, again, they were very, 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 very painful. And that's all right. It's all right to just have really brutally painful moments. And to note that, like, dude, if you got to the end of, like, 80, 100-hour weeks after a few months, just take some time and do fucking nothing and recharge, and don't try to think too much about the work. which is really hard to do because your brain has been spending weeks perfectly attuning itself to being able to do that shit. Alright, so we don't need to do anything here. We just swing with the Archangel as lifelink. 2 thumbs up. What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes! Oh! It says lifelink, so it's going to stabilize for us. Hell yeah. Does this untap it? Counter. And so I'm going to stop there, and if there's other follow-up things you'd like to ask about, I'd be thrilled to talk, Father. Father. Alright. Turn a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, there's not really a particularly good card. All right, now we tasked Twisted Hammer 42 with asking 3 questions. Question number 1. I'm scrolling up. Let's find this. All right, so this burns me whenever a dude loses life and heals me whenever a guy gains life. Ermagerd, Phyrexian Hers. Alright. Twisted Hammer says, so I love Magic the Gathering. One of my favorite memories in college was brainstorming incredibly stupid modern deck ideas with my roommate. Unfortunately, money is not a thing for me right now, and Magic is not cheap. Would you still recommend Arena for a mad scientist deck builder that would have to be 100% free to play? I would say yes. As long as you like drafts. Okay, as long as you like drafts. As long. So the best way to do this is the following. So we should say we want to block here and here, because there's nothing that can possibly buff stuff. So we say yes, and then we take up the shield on Garna. So now Garna will have a +1/+1 counter on it, as will the electrostatic infantry, and this has lifelink, so we'll get to heal 5 out of this exchange. And then we'll lose 2 life due to Ilkor. Magic will hurl a lot of cards at you, and you might not be able to make like the most competitive, like meta-busting list or anything like this. I don't think we can quite break through. Okay, so then we get to draw a card. That's kind of nasty. Yeah, I would say if you like draft and sealed. So, non-land, non-token permanent. I will lose the life. So that's what I would say, because a lot of my friends, 2 of my friends do free-to-play Magic the Gathering, and they do a mix of deck brewing and then limited and draft, and it's great for them. And they've been free-to-play for 4 years. Okay. Okay, let's see here. What's question number 2? What's question number 2? Dang. Bang. So if we app-nap this, like, I can technically burn them out right now. Do they have any lifelink? Because they're the active player, I'm the non-active player. So if these die, the... No, this is just me losing life. Yeah, so they have to be careful, because if they swing and kill too much of my stuff, I just win the game. Okay, yeah. Second question from Tristan Hammer says, my second question is kind of an extension on the first. Sure, I forgot to tag you. Is there anything else you could recommend, different program, maybe a whole different game, that could scratch that build the jankiest deck that has ever jank itch? Something that doesn't come with a big price tag. Slay the Spire. Yo, you gotta play Slay the Spire. You're gonna wanna play Slay the Spire. That is just it. That is just a brewer's delight. Ouch! Fuck. Hey! Oh my God! Get away from the keyboard! Get away from the keyboard! Get away from the space bar! Jesus. So if I swing out. So let's see how much toughness do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So it's 27. Nice. Cute. Slay the Spire is it? That's the it shit? That is the it shit. So if they block with everything, they will heal 2 from this, and then the rest of the damage will overrun through. Alright, we're purring. I'm like literally holding the cat. The enter button is there. The space bar is over here. This is dramatic. Hello. Hello. Yes. Heroic charge. Busted. Busted. Oh, what a good cat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love saying dumb shit to my cats. Oh. Dude, I don't even think I finished this thought, but we have a bunch of boxes packed up, ready to go at some point in the near future, or in the long future. Ready to go and move into a new place. And as it turns out, cats love boxes. We have a little box castle back here. Sheriff is... Oh, she's moved to the heating pad, but she was napping all over there. She was like tucking her little arms in. It was great. But yeah, dude, yo, Slay the Spire is dope. Slay the Spire is a 10 out of 10 game. It's on PC. It's on Switch. It's on iPad, I think. I think it's on iPad. So we can go turn 3 Argivian Cavalier, turn 4 Argivian Phalanx, and then turn 5 Keldon Strike Team. And then turn 6 Heroic Charge and win the game, huh? Well. Are you changing state? Yeah, I was thinking of becoming a gas later. No. I like Los Angeles quite a lot. Soren! Oh my god, Nick, fuck, how are you, dude? Not plasma, that's right, man. I'm in plasma free. Deathbloom Gardena. So, let's see here. If I do this, I think the Dragon Whelp is the right thing to do right now. Even though it would be absolutely dope.com to play the Phalanx. I think the Whelp can get us in for some damage while we're waiting on the Keldon Strike team. Whoa. Let's see, what's the last question from Twisted Hammer? What's the last question? Let's see this. Where's that question? Where's your question at? We're getting you, Twisted Hammer. This is contractually obligated third question. I don't have a third question. So, if your favorite sound was a flavor, what would it taste like? That question is almost so abstract, it's hard for me to approach it. Yeah, I guess coffee. Look, I like coffee. Or maybe, if my favorite sound was a flavor. Dude, oh my god, look, I'm gonna ask for 2 questions next time. Like, oh my god. I don't know, it would taste like a really good cherry cheesecake. The reason is, I like cherry cheesecake. I don't know the music I like. We don't need to do this. We can have a heroic charge. What's the sound? I don't fucking know. I just like cheesecake, man. Cheesecake is what's in my brain at the moment. Dragon Whelp doing some damage. SF Gemini. Someone says I've never had cheesecake. You gotta get cheesecake. It's like so good. Hexbane Tortoise. Card's nasty. Ah, fuck. So I'm in a pickle, but if I do this, I think that I can... Me and my buddy can draw some cards here and... Oh, I fucking whiffed. Well, it was bound to happen at some point. Alright, dude, I'm like dead as shit in this game. I really needed a land. Like any land would have been good. Ugh. Slugby says, having sure your cats don't get too stressed during moves. Well, during the move, we take time out to sit with the cats. I mean, they get fucking stressed out. Make no mistake. Those little cats are tweakers. Absolutely. They freak out about shit constantly. Vigilance and Trample. Oh, what a killer combo of voids. I think I should probably keep swinging. I think I was too much of a coward last turn. I panicked. Absolutely panicked. Scout of the wilderness. I mean, this is actually okay. I mean, I really don't like that 5/4 Wormy Boy. That guy kind of sucks. One is 5 colors. One white mana would be the best here. I'm gonna say no and just go to 5, and if I get killed by a combat trick, I get killed by a combat trick. Sometimes you just gotta accept that in life you get killed by combat tricks. White mana would be the nuts. Phyrexian Missionary. To get back the Argivian Phoenix. Okay, very well. A Territorial Marrow. That's good. Doesn't have trample. Oh, the nuts. You and you. Oink. 6, 7. Let's do this. Blanc. Come on in. 4/4 with vigilance for 1. Do you think it's fair to swing with these two? 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm doing this shit, man. I'm going in. Sure hope none of these things have reach, because I didn't check before I attacked. Probably have to double block the Elfheim Worm, because if I single block it, it's very likely to eliminate one of them. Yeah, Twisted Hammer, I do plan on doing more Path of Exile in the future. That game rules. So Territorial Mario will attack. I'll block with a 1/1. If he has a combat trick that gives Territorial Mario trample, then he's the best player that I've certainly ever seen. It does suck. It does suck. Let's see if we have a Swingo Dingo coming in. Fuck. Alright. Show me what you got. Not you. You're doing good. Yep, you're doing great. Alright, so you get blocked, and you get blocked, and you get blocked. And if I block like this and like this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage coming in with no more lifelink. Great. I'm dead. And given that we lost by the skin of our chinny chin chin, I'm not too bothered by that loss. Not too bothered. This is why it's 1st to 7 wins or 3 losses. You know, you got some losses in the belt. Feel good about stuff. 4-1, having fun. Hey, this hand rules. This is a great looking hand. Alright. Alright, here we go. Boink. Ooh, hold on. Salvaged mana worker. Oh, you think you've got a 1/3. Look at this. Vigilance and list 1/3. Watch out. Watch out, my gamer. Do I not have... Of course. I am going to play the Benelish Faith Bonder first. I think that is good to do. I want to get my defense stuff out and make sure that the Love Song of Night and Day has enough targets. Ghostalker88 says, I have a question for you. What are your thoughts on the deprecation of hosting on Twitch? Amazing. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really good. I'm, like, delighted about it. It's like if there was a button for on and a button for start, and you're like, why are there both of these buttons here? You know, it's just like, just delete one. Alright, I have to discard a card. Probably the Benelish Sleeper, right? Boro sure has a lot of... Sure has an awful lot of blue cards in here. Birds. Coming in. Kirk Bond says, kind of disagree. With some of the larger channels, it's much nicer to watch it from a smaller channel so chat isn't a spam of nonsense, like GDQ comes to mind. I actually, my perspective on that, I would like you and you to get big. My vantage point of that is that, like, great, if you... I get a rogue charge to kill this bastard. It's fine. Amazing. Alright, good. Good stuff. I think it would be great if there was a form of sub-channeling that could exist. I think that would be true. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Attack. Yes, let me actually back up. Let me back up. So, raiding and hosting do two very similar things. A raid is where my channel becomes your channel. So if I say raided Deathsea after this, everyone who's in chat here would get dumped. I can't actually do this yet. I'm just gonna do this. Pop this out to kill that guy. Bang. Raid puts everyone in my chat into Deathsea's chat. My video screen becomes Deathsea's video screen, and there you go. The way hosting worked is that my chat stays the same. Thank you. My chat stays the same, but my video becomes your video. So that way, you can have my chat. Whoa, that's good stuff. You can have my chat and my tiny little chat with some other thing on the screen. So, you know, I have done things that were basically along the lines of, we host a tournament, or we host the PC gaming show. And because we're hosting the PC gaming show, everyone who is part of the Day 9 TV community can watch the PC gaming show and chat at the same time. Great, right? That's the way that hosting used to work. So what I think of is that I think that hosting should be deleted, raid should be the default, but there should be a way to create a viewing channel for chat on another stream. That's what I think. Having hosting do the we're a fresh chat and you get the video feed be like overlapping. Oh, not to be confused of me hosting the show. Yeah, I guess it's a good point. All right, we're just gonna kick this out here. I think that it would be great to have some sort of watch channel type functionality. I think that would be great. I think that'd be terrific. Already, me and my friends do that with streams. Already, me and my friends will do shit like, hey, let's watch so-and-so thing. Ooh, this is gonna be nasty. Just gonna leave this alone for now. Alright, yep, scry one, sure. Draw. Intending on killing my opponent this next turn, so I'll dump the missionary since I don't have any black mana. And villain is dead. Heroic charge is amazing! It's going to be some sort of instant speed. Yeah, if this flickers out. Right. Yeah, like, already I'll be like, hey, let's hop on a Discord call with me and 4 of my buddies, and we'll watch an Age of Empires 2 stream. Like, I do that a lot. So I think there's merit to this, but I just don't think it should be part of hosting. So I am over the moon that hosting is getting deleted. It just felt so weird. It absolutely has a use case right now that can't be accomplished by raid. I don't dispute that in the slightest, but I think that they should have a new functionality that addresses that in a targeted way. And as an example, I kind of feel like it's like if you had a delivery or like if there was an app that allowed people to hire each other for jobs, but it had a really great messaging service, and there was a lot of people that use this job connector as a messenger between their buddies, and you'd be like, dude, just like make the job thing separate from the messaging thing and spin that out into its own thing. That's kind of what I feel. Kind of what I feel. It's kind of what I think. It's kind of where I'm at. Kind of. Where I'm at. This looks good. The Barbarian says, I honestly never thought to jump into a Discord channel to chat while I watch a stream, and I'm shook. Yeah. I actually think that the next phase that I think is essential for Twitch is to start supporting very tiny communities in the same way Discord does. Because it would be awesome if there was a viewer community. Like, hey, we're the Saucy Pandas. And we're just a group of friends that like to hang out and watch streams and socialize while we're watching. Because the thing about having a stream on, I have had lots of like social events in my house where we'll just put a stream on and be chatting and occasionally look over and be like, oh shit, what a sick play, and go back to like chatting and stuff like this. It would be amazing if there was a nice spot for communities to do that with each other. By the way, I'm not messing around. We're just going to go end this game, dude. We want to swing with these together because this has lifelink. If I didn't draw the Prayer of Binding, I might have thought about the situation a little more differently, but the Prayer of Binding is just excellent for being able to end this. Oh, are you going to Prayer of Binding my Archangel of Wrath? Alright. Alright, so let's swing first and just see what happens. Alright, good. I don't want to go 1 for 1 here. I want to keep my take up the shield and just continue to pressure. This is, by the way, this game is a great example of why I like Phyrexian Missionary. That's actually a little revolting. I like Phyrexian Missionary because I didn't use this for the kicker this game. I'm just bonking. And there might be a lightning bolt, which would be quite painful, but, you know, we have 27 health. It's alright. 2 for 1 hitting, 2 for 1. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, it's an indestructible creature. This guy just has, like, he just literally has a bunch of shields in his back pocket. Shield City, Shield City, Shield City. The missionary is just incredible. Yeah, we're doing it. We're bonking. Yeah, I think it would be amazing, again, if we're the Saucy Pandas. That's the name of our little crew. We hang out, we like to watch games together. Ooh, that's not good. Outpaying its mana cost. Insane. Nice. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Yeah, if I'm the Saucy Pandas and me and my buddies like to get together to watch Twitch streams, one way to do that is I open up Discord, I screen share Discord, and I talk with 3 people. But then Twitch is losing out on 3 viewers. It would be amazing if there was a way for me to be able to do this sort of thing. For me to be able to do a sort of mutual watch party chat where me and my buddies are chatting together, and it's all centralized on Twitch. Like, I think that would be awesome. I think the identity of an individual viewer on Twitch is underexplored. Because I think it would be amazing to have a sense of, like, identity and home that you don't get in a traditional channel viewing experience. So I just swing with the Archangel of Wrath and win the game, huh? Should have swung out there, would have been lethal. Would it have been lethal? So this would have been blocked. No, it wouldn't have been lethal. Wouldn't have been lethal. Because I think it would be cool if I, the streamer, or I, the viewer, in the same way that this page, twitch.tv/day9tv, it's all about the streamer. It has my links, it has my stream, it has my chat, it has links to my video archives, my clips. What if there was a place that I could go on Twitch that's like, here are some of my clips that I clipped of other people's streams that are really popular? I think it'd be rad. Incredible. Colin says, you can actually see that in your channel creator dashboard. Oh yeah, no, I know that this information exists. What I'm talking about is the presentation and wrapping as a product. Wouldn't it be awesome if I, the viewer, just had like statistics on here's how much I watch of this, here's who I am, a little bit about me, to where, you know, Halden, if I could just click on you in chat, who, by the way, Halden, don't think I didn't see that you predicted that I would only win 0 or 1 games here. If I could click on this and I could see some of your biggest prediction wins, see who you watch, and of course you'd have control to be able to show things about yourself. Old one says, I don't want to know how much Twitch I've watched. I've watched a lot of fucking Twitch. I think this is actually good enough. Phyrexian Missionary, any land lets us do the love song of night and day. Keldon strike teams can let us leverage aggression if we're in the mood. This is a bit dangereux. Dr. Ants, good to see you, man. How deep did you get in Romancing the Stones? Oh, this is bad. Make that bird, man. Looks like Villain and I are both stuck on Landis. Healing it up. I should have swung with Phyrexian Missionary first, and then taken a beat. Death Bloom Gardenia. Alright. This play is actually good. I think so. We're healing for more, which is a good way to make up for the fact that we're pretty far behind. Our opponent has shown that they got stuck on land, so removing things that give them mana seems valuable. Getting in some beats, baby. Getting in some beats. Needs to be 5 basic land types for this to become a draw. static infantry. It gets value playing it early and then running out some captain's calls and stuff like this. I'm going to enlist the Phyrexian missionary to swing for 6. Now, technically, any of these can block. If we can get the Battlefly Swarm out of the way, that would be great, because then I can resume attacking with the Phyrexian missionary. Dr. Rand says, hey, 9, we beat it. Gonna start King's Quest 3 next Monday. Oh, you are fucked if you're starting King's Quest 3. I hope you've played that game, dude. Oh my god, King's Quest 3 is a nightmare. Oh my god, that's horrifying. For any of you who don't know, King's Quest 3 was a dark time in the history of game development. Game owns. Oh, it's so bad. That game is fucking sweet, though. It's horrible, man. I mean, I'm so sorry, dude. That owns. 3 soldiers. Alright, we're gonna pass. The King's Quest series is famous due to being the first really big mainstream graphic adventure game. Oh, sick. I'm actually going to do this at end of turn. I'm not in a hurry. The King's Quest series is really the first big graphic adventure game. And in fact, the way it worked is the early adventure games were text only, and King's Quest had a visual representation on the screen, but you still typed in, like, walk to bridge. And shit like this. Yeah, just look, I'm gonna wait to see what this does. How does it compare to Eric the Unready? It's so much better. Oh, that card, gamer. All right, here we go. And so, King's Quest 1 and King's Quest 2 were, like, really pure games. And so they're very influential in the overall history of games. But they're also a little bit restrained. King's Quest 3, it just had... King's Quest 3 and 4 were just absolutely appalling games in terms of how they were structured. Like, 3 and 4 was like... You started to be able to introduce new things, like the ability to, like, God, I'm trying to think of how to describe this best. You know the D-pad on the Nintendo had up, down, left, right, and then A, B? And then, later on, you suddenly had 2 thumbsticks, a left thumbstick and a right thumbstick. So technically that's more capability. Technically you have more capability, but trying to design a game that uses both of those also allows you a lot more room for failure. A lot more room to shoot yourself in the foot. Alright, this deck ruled. And I feel like that's what King's Quest 3 and 4 were. It's like some of the more, like, stretch ideas really didn't work out. Like, really, really. Alright, 6+. I'm a believer.